To the beautiful, peaceful, serene water side of the bayou. We're gonna do an energy check today. No art today. This is a different art. And we're gonna be pulling cards for the wave spell, which starts today. The wave spell of the red magnetic moon. For those who aren't familiar with the calendar, I'm gonna pull the card out and give you a little explanation about this archetype and what it means for you at this time. And the channels that came through. The red moon is about purification, flow, and universal water, i.e., memory. Water holds memory. Water uh, is a liquid microchip, so to speak. But rather than this be something more about remembrance, but keep in mind, remembrance is a big part of this archetype. So, yes, things from the past, and not just this lifetime. Perhaps you'll find yourself you'll find yourself like me, revisiting a place, i.e., New Orleans, that I lived in another lifetime, whole nother purpose, whole nother whatever. But it's kind of like tying the pieces together because we're still in the midst of Libra season, and with these sciences, you got to kind of tie them all together. So this is balance. This is about relationships, and the theme for this whole magnificent time is creating new memories. Creating new memories for yourself. Daring to dream, not just dream big, but go after those dreams. And what karma is doing, i.e., the Libra energy is doing now, is balancing the scales. This is where we take into account. This is the sign of accountants, the librarian, those who keep records. You know what I'm saying? So the Akashic record is also a big memory archetype. And I wanted to make sure we had some sun today still. And this is the red moon archetype. You see process, flow, purifier, purification, and universal water. Again, this is a time where, of course, the physical things, being around water as I am today, or drinking water, programming your water, will be powerful tools. Again, it's your art. You create your life the way you see fit. These are just merely suggestions. But being around and working with water right now could be very profound for you in many different ways, especially if you're new to spirituality, so to speak, which is more about just being expansive, not locking yourself in a box, rather than being labeled or categorized under one, group of people or dynamic. It's just a bit more free flowing. It allows you to, but anyway, this red moon, after all these eclipses, because the eclipses came and got rid of a lot of shit for us, whether we wanted it gone or not. The universe gives us what we need most of the time, not what we want, right? And it gave us a clean slate. And for those, this is really for those of you who do that kind of inner work, where you're taking accountability for your reality, basically. You're not pointing the finger at anybody else. You're minding your business. You're doing the work that you feel you're here to do. This is where the benefits start to pay off. This is where all the rewards start to come back for all your hard inner work and outer work. We don't want to discredit the things that have translated due to your experience and your expression. Very relevant. So these are where the times where the scales will be balanced. First card out, the devil. And we'll see why this here. We have the star, which is healing, Aquarian energy. And I'm glad that came because I completely forgot to unchannel until I saw that. And then we have Nirvana. Now these cards have been coming out for everybody's ass. I was doing readings out there yesterday and these cards kept coming out. Getting out of your own way. Pretty much the devil, the old beliefs, anything that bounds you to a certain idea or belief that you could or could not do a certain thing or be, you know what I'm saying? You had to trade off being who you truly are to survive, that kind of dynamic. Cutting those ties because your past has offered you a wide variety of experiences and showing you a lot of your gifts through not just joy but pain and hardship, especially the challenges in your life. These are meant to be translated into tools moving forward, creating new memories. This was supposed to give you the confidence in yourself, listening to your intuition. And I say all that because the healing is here with the star card. This is coming up out of the subconscious mind into the conscious mind, i.e., bringing things into reality, seeing things start to manifest and unfold. Due to your accountability for your own experience, you are responsible for your own vibration. Can't nobody change that for you. Therefore, you have total control over your realm of how on to the world, not so much you controlling the world around you. There's a difference. You understand what I'm saying? It's a big difference. And with that comes a lot of faith that you'll be led to and be around people, places, and things that are supporting your life's purpose at this time. So what we're looking at here also is the age of Aquarius starting to take root. We're going from the Piscean age to the Aquarian age, which is counterclockwise as far as the rotation that we're used to from going to Aries to Pisces. It goes completely opposite the other way. So we have this alternating current with astrology that's happening. And going from one age to another is not like going from one day to another, um, just because of the length of time. Now, it's very similar in if you take the time just to sit for a day and feel how, like right now, the light is fading. We get to 12 p.m. Well, I mean 12 a.m. and the new day starts. This is the same way the ages are being translated from the age of belief, religion, a little bit of mysticism, illusions, into the realm of knowing, which is the age of Aquarius. We're talking about advancements, especially intellectual. This is the sign of astrology. This is a sign of you can get the internet with this. Things that are electrical, ruled by Uranus, the unpredictable. So this is undiscovered territory, basically. And right now, the universe wants you to, wherever you are on your journey, create new memories. It's not saying that you have to go all out. It's saying that this is the time where you can start taking those steps for yourself. You know what I'm saying? To get into the groove of this new vibration that we're in. Not entering, but that we are already in. So the star card is here to remind you that action is necessary to bring things from the depths of the subconscious, whether it be ideas, dreams, hopes, but even the fears, so that you can face them, to go around with a bit more confidence, a bit more enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? Able to. It's like you wasn't ready for World 3 because in Mario that world had ice, and then you had to go to World 7 and get comfortable with dealing with the wind. You know what I'm saying? So there was different levels that taught you different things, but at the end of the day, this is where we are. And the space that we've allowed to be cleared through the eclipses, through your own personal work, is saying now it's time to fill those spaces with things that really highlight who you are and that open you up to new experiences. So it's not like going back to anything old. It's like try something new. You know what I'm saying? Discover something new about yourself. Conquer a fear. Face something, like if you're ever scared to go, let's just say, for example, skydiving, or go in the ocean on a boat or something. Face those fears now. It's time to create the new memories and change the vibration. So any little thing that comes to you at this time, during this red moon archetype of 13 days from starting today, get in tune with the water. Do a little bit more drinking of the water. Take a nice salt bath, soak your feet in some water. Go swimming, whatever it is that you're guided to, that your spirit will be pulling you towards. Go to it and sit by the water and do your thing, meditate, journal, but take note of the memories. The songs that came up were Nat King Cole's "Unforgettable." When they reminisce over you, from Pete Rock, CL Smooth, when they reminisce it over you. So the memories of the past that serve you and the experiences are meant to be taken with you, but they're also meant to be shared. You don't want to hold on to anything. You want to clear out your cachet, so to speak, as much as you can, because we're also talking about purification. So if you're in a process now, this is the time to start fine tuning things to purify your flow. You know, this is about auditioning. This is about doing yeah, like auditioning for something. You know, just putting yourself out there in a way where you can be seen for who you are and what you have to offer and share with the world. Because most of the times, the things that were our hardships and things that we went through, as far as our challenges, were really the biggest breadcrumbs on our way to what we would call our life's purpose or what we're here to do. So those memories will come up. Memory Lane also came up from Knives, and you know, anything Michael Jackson's "Remember the Time." And look at that. And don't forget the ancestors. I'm sitting here sitting on a white feather, so that's going to go on a helmet. You feel what I'm saying? And this is saying that the past, you know, it's like that whole thing about Sankofa. You got to know the past to move forward. Um, there's a great scene in that Dune movie, the new ones, Dune Part 2, where they talk about the bloodlines, um, and you having to see where you come from in order to know where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Because they found out they were part of a whole nother bloodline. It changed the dynamic of how they approach things moving forward. So these are the things you might be looking for. You know, rummage through the family archives or dealings with family in particular, especially since we're coming across that season where get-togethers will be more frequent, especially now that the weather's cool. You understand? So your memories and creating new memories, and that the scales are being balanced by Libra, and know that whatever wasn't answered, it's not like you got to do the whole damn textbook in those seasons. You just got to get what you can, you know, that because it's supported. But know that Scorpio season is right around the corner, and that's like finding where the treasure is or the dead body. That's like solving the murder mystery. You know what I mean? For all those unbalanced or accounted for things that happen in Libra season, if that makes sense. Libra's there to balance the scales. That's like going to pay your debts or your bills. But when the debt or the tally is, you know, unpaid, this is where Scorpio season comes in. This is where the truth comes up to the surface. So just be mindful of that. You know what I mean? And we got a couple powerful moons coming up as well to look forward to. So with all that being said, it's really a quick message. I didn't want to do. I want to keep it as simple as possible for everybody involved with the channel, and I thank everybody for your support. Getting the word out there, getting readings, whatever, you know, just chopping it up. Appreciate you for your support and your time, and we're gonna keep rocking. So until then, get you some water. Get you some good water. You know, don't buy no store brand. Get some Avion uh, this week or something if you can float it. Get something different. Get some of that lava water. You know what I'm saying? Brew some tea. Put it out in the sun. Really play with it. Put a crystal in that water. Put some water under your bed at night. But there's so much you can do with the element of water right now, as far as purifying your own thought process and cleaning out and making room for that new. So that's the summary. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, you need any of the services, they'll be in the description box. And until either the next wave spell or something major come up, you know how spirit be. Y'all take care, and I'll see you later.